Most people believe the financial system is broken. They think it failed them. They think it's unfair, corrupt, or rigged. But the truth is more uncomfortable than that. The system is not broken. It is working exactly as designed. And once you understand what it was designed to do, your entire view of money changes. The system was never built to make everyone wealthy. It was built to maintain stability, and stability requires hierarchy. Every large-scale system needs three things to function: predictability, compliance, and control. Money is the primary tool used to enforce all three. From a young age, people are taught to see money as a reward. Do well in school, get a good job, work hard, and money will follow. But in reality, money is not a reward. It is an incentive mechanism. It guides behavior. It pushes people towards certain actions and away from others. If money truly rewarded value to society, teachers would be some of the highest paid professionals. So would nurses. So would engineers maintaining infrastructure. But they are not, because the system does not pay based on usefulness. It pays based on replaceability. This is the first structural truth. The easier you are to replace, the less leverage you have. And the less leverage you have, the less you are paid, no matter how hard you work. Most jobs are designed to be replaceable. Standardized skills, standardized schedules, standardized output. This is not a flaw. It is intentional. Replaceability keeps wages predictable. Predictable wages keep consumption stable. Stable consumption keeps the economy running. The system needs millions of people earning just enough to survive, but not enough to escape. Because if too many people exited the labor pool, the entire structure would collapse. So the system applies pressure, not violently, not obviously, but constantly, through rent, through debt, through inflation, through social expectations. People are kept just busy enough to remain dependent, and dependency is the foundation of control. This is why debt is everywhere. Student loans, credit cards, car payments, mortgages. Debt is sold as opportunity, but functionally, it does one thing very well. It locks future labor. When you are in debt, your future time already belongs to someone else. You cannot easily take risks. You cannot easily walk away. You cannot easily slow down. You must keep producing. The system prefers indebted workers over free ones, because debt reduces unpredictability. This is why financial education is minimal. People are taught how to earn money, not how money works. They are taught how to follow rules, not how rules are written. Because understanding systems creates friction, and friction threatens efficiency. Think about how rarely people are taught how banks actually make money, or how inflation really functions, or why asset prices rise faster than wages. These are not complex topics. They are just inconvenient ones. Once you understand them, you stop blaming yourself. And self-blame is a very useful tool. If people believe their financial struggles are caused by personal failure, they will try harder. They will work more hours. They will accept worse conditions. They will compete with each other, all without questioning the structure. This is why hustle culture exists. It glorifies exhaustion. It reframes burnout as ambition. It convinces people that if they are tired, they must be doing something right. But the system loves tired people. Tired people do not rebel. They do not reflect. They do not redesign their lives. They consume quick relief, entertainment, convenience, distraction, which feeds money back into the system. This is the loop: work, spend, recover, repeat. And because the loop feels normal, it becomes invisible. The most powerful systems are the ones people stop noticing. Now consider ownership. Ownership is the dividing line between those who struggle and those who scale. Owners are paid first. Workers are paid last. If revenue drops, workers are cut. If profits rise, owners benefit. This asymmetry is not accidental. It is the incentive that drives capital. Capital flows toward control, and control flows toward ownership. This is why assets matter more than income. Income is temporary. Assets are structural. Income stops when you stop working. Assets continue regardless of your presence. But most people never acquire assets. Not because they are irresponsible, but because the system delays access. Low wages mean low savings. Low savings mean high risk. High risk means hesitation. By the time people feel stable enough to invest, prices have already risen. This is how inequality compounds quietly. Early access creates exponential outcomes. Late access creates frustration. And frustration keeps people focused on survival, not strategy. Another uncomfortable truth is this: the system does not optimize for fairness. It optimizes for continuity. Fairness is unpredictable. Continuity is manageable. So instead of correcting imbalances, the system smooths them. Through subsidies, through credit, through temporary relief, enough to prevent collapse, never enough to reset. This is why major financial crises rarely change the structure. They reshuffle positions. Some fall, some rise, but the rules remain. Because changing rules introduces uncertainty, and uncertainty is dangerous to those at the top. This is why financial mobility feels possible, but rare. Stories of success are amplified. Failures are individualized. The message is subtle. If they made it, you can too. But probability is never discussed. Selection bias is invisible. For every visible success, there are thousands who followed the same path and failed. Not because they were worse, but because systems have capacity limits. Not everyone can escape simultaneously. Someone must remain to operate the machine. This leads to another critical insight. The system does not need everyone to believe in it. It only needs enough people to participate. Disbelief does not break a system. Non-participation does, which is why alternatives are discouraged. Self-sufficiency is mocked. Financial independence is framed as unrealistic. Anything that reduces dependency is treated as risky, and risk is framed as irresponsible. But the greatest risk is never understanding the structure you live inside. Once you see the system clearly, you notice patterns everywhere. Why wages lag behind productivity. Why asset owners receive tax advantages. Why laws favor incumbents. Why innovation is allowed, but only within boundaries. The system rewards those who play within it, but punishes those who try to bypass it. This is why true independence requires patience and subtlety, not rebellion. You do not fight the system head-on. You learn its incentives. You position yourself where value accumulates. You stop asking how to work harder and start asking where leverage exists. Leverage does not mean exploitation. It means alignment, where effort multiplies instead of dissipates. This might be through skills that scale. Media, technology, automation, ownership, or through networks that compound. Trust, reputation, distribution. The system does not oppose these paths. It simply does not advertise them, because advertising them widely would reduce their effectiveness. Scarcity is part of their value. This is why the most important financial knowledge is passed quietly. Not in classrooms, not in mainstream media, but through proximity, mentorship, observation, access. The system does not hide the truth. It just does not highlight it. And what is not highlighted might as well be invisible. This brings us to the final realization. The system will not save you. It will not guide you. It will not warn you. It will reward you if you align with its mechanics, and it will drain you if you don't. This is not pessimism. It is clarity. Once you stop expecting fairness, you start designing strategy. Once you stop chasing approval, you start building position. The system is not your enemy, but it is not your friend. It is a machine, and machines respond to inputs. Most people spend their lives adjusting effort. Very few adjust position. Those who understand the difference eventually stop asking why the system feels stacked. They already know the answer. And more importantly, they know what to do next.